people love the scraps. If I'm from Australia, I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to another Tresors de Lux DT project, and this one here is my second project for the month of March, and I'm super excited to be sharing these beautiful projects with you all. As you would have seen from the start that I've created these projects for my beautiful daughter Bianca, and it consists of 3 items. And the first item is an apron, shabby chic tattered apron that I have made for her, as well as a altered drawstring bag or little tote. I'm not sure what you guys call it exactly, but it's so cute. And a headpiece also, like a fascinator headpiece type thing. But I'll share with you guys, like always, the products that I have used. And like I always mention at the start of the vid, I like to, incorporate all the laces, show you all the lace that I have used for these projects. I have used a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items from Tresors de Luxe on my projects, but as you guys can see here, there's only 2 because some of the items like are one-off, and I have added them onto the project already, so I can't share with you another one. Plus one of the laces, I have like completely used all of it, so I haven't got any more. So these are the laces that I have left to share with you guys. So I got this in my last DT package, and it was a whole yard that I had received. So by the way, I'm in my craft studio now, and I got new lighting, and the lighting is just pure white, so it's really beautiful. So no more recording outdoors for me. The lighting that was in here was like a warm light and a bit yellow, so it wasn't really good. But the lights that I have bought today, they are these ones here, just in case somebody wants to know. It's 6,400 K, and it's equivalent to 240 watts, so it's really good. It's an energy saver one also, so for those who's looking for white lighting for their craft room, that is really good. So as you can see, it's like as white as you can get outside, so I'm really happy with that light, and I'm going to be doing lots of future recordings with those the white light that I have in my room now, so it's wonderful. So back to the beautiful laces. We have here one of these gorgeous, one of the newest trims from Tresors de Luxe. It's so super amazing. So to find the newest laces and embellishments from Tresors de Luxe, Lucy has got them categorized. So this one will be like under the new laces, and it's so beautiful. I used that on my little altered satchel or tote bag. I'm not sure what you call it exactly. It's a drawstring one. I'll share with you guys that one in a minute. And this is the other beautiful lace that I have used on the apron. And I'll go ahead and share with you guys my projects, and then I will point out the ones that are from Tresors de Luxe that I have used, but I have run out because it's a one-off, or I have used like the last of it. So here are my beautiful projects to share with you all. And they're just absolutely gorgeous. I love them so much, and I hope you guys adore them also. So here we have this little beautiful altered drawstring little bag that I have altered for Miss Bianca, and I have embellished it with this beautiful lace down the bottom. As you guys can see here, it's this one here that I have shared with you guys before, and I have lightly sprayed it with my homemade coffee spray down the bottom here. You can get the same effect if you use Vintage Photos Distress Ink by Tim Holtz also, and just mix it lightly, and you can spray it, and it gives it a different sort of like a distress color. As you guys can see here, that's the original color, and then once after I sprayed it, it gave it this beautiful vintage sort of tone. So they take the color really well. They're some of the best laces that I have ever worked with, and they're so like I always say, so versatile. You can do anything with them. So that's the beautiful altered bag. I'll give you an overrun first, and then I can go into detail of what I have done with each and every one of them. And this is the beautiful apron, tattered shabby chic apron that has 2 little pockets here also, that Bianca can put lollies or whatever when she wears it, playing her little dress up. And the crowns are so sparkly. I have embellished the crowns, and they're gorgeous. And this is the beautiful little headpiece also. The flower here is from Tresors de Luxe. So the trims that I have used from Tresors de Luxe on all my project are this particular dangle lace here, this beautiful beaded applique with the dangles. Let me zoom in. So as you guys can see, there has the beautiful, beautiful dangles. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's so sparkly, as you guys can see there. I'm really happy with recording at night time because during the day, I can't get any sparkle on any of the projects. But with these beautiful artificial lights, everything will pretty much blind you to death, as you guys can see there. How sparkly is that? That is absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving how it's come out. So that's the lace from Tresors de Luxe, and so is that one. And on the apron, the laces from Tresors de Luxe, this particular one here, and Lucy sold out of, no, I have used all of this one already. Sorry, Lucy hasn't sold out. I've used all of it on this project as well as my first DT project. But I'll put all the links down below so that you guys can have a look. And this is its natural colour. It's like an ivory colour. It's really beautiful. Ivory creamy colour. And this is the other lace that I have shared with you guys also. And they are the natural colour. I haven't done anything to them whatsoever. So it's so beautiful. And the fifth item that I have used for these projects that are from Tresors de Luxe is this beautiful flower here that I've altered also, but I'll go into more details in a second. So they're all the products that I have used from Tresors de Luxe. So we'll start off with the beautiful bag here. Okay, let me share with you guys what this little drawstring bag or pouch, or I don't know what you call this bag exactly. Maybe a drawstring pouch. Let's call it like that, eh? It used to look like, from that, it used to look like this. It's pretty much just like a plain cotton, and it has like a lot of embroidered crochets and cottons and lots of like vintage like laces on this. I'm not sure if this is vintage, but it's just absolutely beautiful. It says here handmade. So I picked up 2 of these at the local charity store, and they have a drawstring here and they pull on both sides. This one hasn't actually been pulled in and out yet, so it's still pretty stiff because it's brand new. But that's just how it is, and the back is just plain like that. And from this, and with the beautiful laces and trims from Tresors de Luxe, I was able to turn it into, voila, this beautiful altered little drawstring pouch. Isn't that just gorgeous? To start off with, I wanted to go with the crown look. The apron actually was Pinterest inspired. I saw a picture on there and it had a crown on it. It had like a rhinestone applique crown, but I don't have any applique crowns in my stash whatsoever. So I was googling and I was able to find some crown images, and I printed 2 crown images that are different to each other, but I had printed them, and then I just stitched them. The apron, I had stitched it on the apron because it's only one-sided, but because this bag is already made and it's got 2 sides, I couldn't really stitch it. So I went over it like I had stitched it on my sewing machine, and then I had hot glued it down with some wadding in the back here also, just to, you know, add a bit of dimension to my crown. And then I just went on to embellishing the crown with rhinestone trims from my stash, as well as some pearl bling and some other blings that I had in my stash also, just to add my focal feature point. And then from there I went on to embellishing with the beautiful laces and trims that just adds that finishing touch to a beautiful project. Right underneath this crown I have added this beautiful applique trim from Tresors de Luxe. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? And you can use this on so many things. A lot of the other DT members have used this in many ways. So if you follow their YouTube channels like Bonnie as well as Trisha, they all have incorporated this in some projects that I have made so far for Tresors de Luxe, and it's absolutely beautiful. And this is how I have used it on my project, and it has beautiful dangles at the front here that you can see, and it just accents anything so beautifully. I'm really happy with how it's come out. And on the bottom here I've just stitched on them with my sewing machine straight across, and I lightly sprayed it like I mentioned with my homemade coffee spray. Just added some pearls from my stash onto there, ruffled some peachy pink laces and from my stash and added them onto here also. And even though it's so simple, everything came together just makes it so beautifully detailed. So I'm super happy with how that one's come out. On to the next project now is the beautiful headpiece that I have altered also. This beautiful flower here was a cream color, but then I had coffee dyed it and it became this like this dress sort of vintage tone. But because the apron as well as the outer bag here had a bit of peachy pink in it, I want everything to coordinate together. So I had cut some extra pieces of lace, and in random areas I've just, you know, dab a bit of hot glue and then added my lace, you know, a few strands of lace. Pop in a dab of hot glue and then gather a few strands of lace and then press it down, and just to tone everything together. So here's a close-up, and as you guys can see in random areas I've added the pink lace, and it's just to, you know, coordinate and make everything, you know, blend together. And it's really distressed and tattered now. Even the feathers are tattered on the edges because of the tea color, of the coffee color, sorry. And even though you wet these feathers, once they dry, they come back up to their beautiful fluffiness. And I'm so super happy with how these beautiful flowers come out. And the actual flower includes this tool here also. And once I have altered that, I went on to layering two different beautiful laces from my stash onto here. These were from like a not broken, but from a necklace that I had recycled, and added them onto either side. I had used this beautiful lace from my stash and hot glued it down the bottom here, and then to finish it off, I couldn't find any white or cream colored felts. I had gone with the pink, but you can't even see it anyways once you've got it on her head. It's just so that, you know, she can't feel the glue on the other side there. And it's just so beautiful. So, you know, well, a beautiful flower that's already, you know, gorgeous, I've turned into a beautiful fascinator for my daughter, as you guys can that you can see at the start of the vid through those beautiful photos that I have taken of her. So absolutely gorgeous. And, you know, just by sharing photos and all that, you can't really tell how exactly beautiful a project is until you see it personally. And these projects are just so beautiful. So those are my first and second project, and this is my last project that I have created this month for March for Tresors de Lux. Okay guys, here is the project number 3 for this month. Like 1, 2, 3 projects in total, and this one here is a beautiful shabby chic tattered apron that was Pinterest inspired. My base is color code like I always use, and I had cut the measurements to my daughter. Like the width here is per her body from armpit to armpit, slightly wider just so that it wraps around her body, and the distance here and here is from her collarbone to her armpits, and then you just cut the angle to how you want it to position on her chest. The length of this apron is from her collarbone to where her knee is, so you get the extra ruffle there. I don't know the measurements exactly, but if you want measurements, Bianca is an average 7-year-old little girl, and this is the size that I have made according to her body. So every little girl's different. So I've used calico as my base. I have use this beautiful lace piece here also that you guys can see from my stash, and I had pinned the two together, and then I have ruffled this beautiful calico from my stash and then pinned that down the bottom, and then I have ruffled this additional little 2.5 centimeter ruffle trim from my from calico also, and I pinned that down. And up here I have this beautiful nude or fresh color rosette trim from my stash. And I had pretty much pinned everything down, and then all in one go I had stitched everything together from here across the bottom here to the top, all the way to the top, and that holds pretty much my edge together. So it's really simple. Sounds complex, but it's not. To make this little pocket here with these beautiful laces that I have used from Tresors de Lux to embellish my pocket as my feature point at the front here, I had measured across here with some, a little bit of room to give, so that it doesn't cover the whole apron completely. I had pinned this beautiful lace down onto my rectangular block first, pin it, and then I stitched that first on my sewing machine before I had attached it onto the apron. So I attached this lace first. Here's a close-up. So I have attached this stitch it across on my sewing machine first, and then I pin it down to my apron. I ruffle some laces from my stash, and then I have pinned it down on the edges on all three sides, from here, here, and here. You don't want to stitch here because you want the opening so you can form your pocket. So I stitched here, down, and up again, and then in the center here I stitched down again, so it forms two pockets so that she can put lollies in, whatever. And then I had used the beautiful laces from Tresors de Lux, and I pinned that down before I had stitched everything together, and it's just, you know, it came together really well. And you guys can see the wrinkles here. That's the normal texture of the fabric after I had lined it out to dry. And then I have embellished it also with this beautiful crown that I have printed off the internet, and embellished it with beautiful bling from my stash. And it's a different crown to this one here, as you guys can see. Really beautiful, aren't they? You can even make something for yourself. You can embellish any purses or whatever. So this is just a beautiful flower from my stash also that I have incorporated onto here. Just use some more calico, made 2 strings and tied them up here. And underneath the arm, where the armpit goes, made 2 strings out of calico also. Just ripped the calico, and then I stitched it onto my sewing machine to form the ties, as you can see with the beautiful photos at the start. That, you know, it's just absolutely gorgeous, and my little girl loves dressing up in this, and I wish I was just home more, you know, so that I can dress her up and enjoy